Look, when the shit hits the fan, that's where it's come from. Hey? People don't even know it, you know, in the internet they show like a fan, like for cooling your face, like with the air, but that's it. The fan and the shit, you know, putting the shit on the land, and then it hits a fan and goes in all direction and it smells, and you know, that's what it means. The shit hits the fan. All of a sudden, you know, it all hell breaks loose. Sorry, I got something in my mouth, you know, like sweets. You know, look at this logo here. The G. Freemason G. And there's a downward pyramid in it, in Auschwitz, the pyramid of death, even a little one. Why the G? Because it's in between the square and compass. And it stands for the number 7, which is the holy number of the pyramid. Here, look, Hutchinson. Where's the G? There's no G. I told you, they don't put the G because it's in the word. Hutchinson. There is no G. Why do they put it there? In the Templars colors, red and white, or the White House and the Red House. Right? Now the shit hits the fan again. Yeah, look, with people with the owl like this, it's a Freemason house. It's Minerva, you know, the goddess. And here, a lot of pharaonic symbols here. And it has an octagon in the middle, an octagon. So that means the people are living here. You know, if there's like a war coming on, and it is coming on, like a big civil war, you know, they're not going to touch their house, eh? What's he doing? 3 kitties? It has a V. Apparently in this village there was a pope living here. So they've been doing like this, you know, for centuries and centuries. So this is in fact Santa Claus, because this is the village where Santa Claus was born. Saint Nicholas, who became the Pope, apparently. Yeah, look, this is the crest of the, oh, it's difficult to see, of the mayor's office. There's a big cross in it for the concept of 4. So it says the square, and there are 4 squares in it, and there are 3 circles for the concept of 3, and the circle stands for the compass. So it says square and compass, and the concept of 4 and 3. It's all there, you know, look. It's all there. Well, my LCD screen is gone. I can't see nothing anymore, like. So that's the mayor's office of a little town here, like. Now that says, you know, liberty, equality, fraternity, not for us but the masters, and the masters are here with their square and compass, you know, crests and logos. Oh, my screen is gone, eh? I think this is octagonal here. Yeah, of course it is. 1876, that's the first year. It didn't belong to Switzerland anymore here. This is in France. 1875. It got back to France here. This is really like Switzerland here. Now, that's also a nice logo. Yeah, there's a lot of squares. The people. There must be. Oh yeah, there. Yeah. A lot of squares. No compass. Ah, now I see it. First of all, it's a checkerboard configuration. You know, in red, the original color. The other one should be white, but they did it black here. On one side there's 4 cubes or squares for the concept of 4, which is us, the people. And on the other side you see 3, and one is being taken away, the black one. So that means the concept of 3 is taking the things away from the people, like the 4th cube is being taken away, like through taxes. So it does say square and compass. I knew there was something, and there is always something. So, yeah, nice little village, a lot of mountains behind it. Nice. Oh, look, this is a nice one. He says he's in the order of the architects here. What do I see, you know? A compass, a circle, and the pyramid. Or the thing with the D, which I can't pronounce at the moment, you know. The fourth letter, and it's in a square, of course. So this one is the concept of 3, and the concept of 4 says square compass. So, so this is where I've been living and working for the last 2 months. Yeah. And this is a French book here. And look at this here, the logo of the enterprise, of the company. You see, there's supposed to be 4 quarter circles, and there's 1 out, so there are 3 left in white. Of course, it's white, red and white for the Templars colors, or Swaziland, or the house, the white house and the red house, the Per Tasser and the Per Het of Pharaoh. And so there are 3 left, which is the concept of 3, and altogether it's the concept of 4. And also the square is stands for the square, as in square and compass. And in white it's a circle, or half a circle, and that part of a circle, you know, you can do that with a compass. So it definitely says square and compass. And then there's a horizontal line in the middle for the new world order horizontal rule instead of the old vertical rule. So it says it all in a simple logo of an enterprise, of a company, entreprise, it's in French, because everything belongs to them, you know. You're just a slave, you know, and they tell you, oh, life is, we're so free, you know, listen to the music and go jogging, and also in red and white, of course. Beautiful, what a fine democracy, and, you know. And so here we see the slaves and Pharaoh. There's Pharaoh. And there's the slave. It's already the mixed race, you know, like, I mean, look at the color of the skin. It's already the one race, one world order, one Pharaoh, the mixed race, you know, as you can see. Yeah. Okay, Pharaoh. Better not dig too deep into it, otherwise, you know, it's already forbidden, you know. Okay. Our masters. You know, even here, this is baklava, some oriental stuff. And here's a square and a circle in it. A square for the square and a circle for the compass. So every one of them in the Middle East, of those Freemasons, they all read square and compass. In black and white. And around it is an octagon. So the octagon, the military arm, it's protecting the Freemasons. Yeah? That's what it says. And all around, you know, it's a nice configuration, you know, here with flowers and all that, and leaves. And then all of this, all of a sudden, all, you know, like this in the middle of it, you know, which doesn't fit with the nice flowers, does it now? Because it has a totally different sense. You know. Square and compass. But the baklava is nice, like it. Yeah, I got some books sent to me by, this is about Macduff, by his son John O'Loughlin. Look, cost $40 to send it. It's a lot of money, eh? You know why? Because of Mr. Trump. It's not the porto, you know, for what you have to pay to the post, you know, for the package. No, it's import tax. Because what did he do, Mr. Trump? As he is a businessman, you know, he's just looking for a quick, simple solution for things to curb up the U.S. economy and not having everything imported from China and the European community and from Asia. He put a probably 200% import tax on everything, especially the things from China and the European community. So what did the European community do? Well, they did the same thing. They say, okay, America, if you do that with us, we'll do the same thing with you. So everything, because, you know, so that means, you know, the Europeans can't export anything anymore to the US, but the US can export things to Europe without any taxes. So the European community, they also put taxes on it. So it basically came back to the same thing, you know. The US asking import taxes, so there will be less imports from Europe and China, and other countries are doing the same, so there will be less export from the US to other countries. So it all comes back to the same thing, you know. It's all. But who's gonna pay finally? That's us, simple people. We're gonna pay, you know. So this is how the authorities and Trump and all these politics gangsters, how they finally win and get our money anyway. This is how they do it, you know. It's always the same. This is what Trump did, you know. And you know, in the beginning it sounds nice, you know, import taxes, so to curb up the U.S. economy. But there will be a response, and then it will all back to usual, and even worse. And that's exactly what we saw. You just did a quick gangster solution, you know, for a problem, you know, to get his voters back. You know, that's what it's all about, right? It's all a lie. Everything is a lie. Just for 3 books, $40. Amazing. And these were the other books about the Phoenix program. There was a program to destroy Vietnam through biological warfare, and other Agent Orange, TDY, Temporary Duty Yonder, and Macduff. Yeah. Just to send a couple of books, $40. Thank you, Mr. Trump. Hey, you steal of us, hey? And this is also a way how the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. And Trump calculated all this. So he stabbed you in the back, Americans. Don't you see it? Look, this is a jar of tahine made of sesame. Yeah. Look, why do you think they put the eye in red like this? Why? So you see it, you know, they want to accentuate it. So that means red is the old world's order, the Pertasser, the red house of Pharaoh, which is a vertical rule, or was a vertical rule. That's what it says. Why the M? You know, there's a Templar V in it. Why they put it like this? And here too, the N. It all has a reason, right? Yeah, look, I was just looking at some publicity here. Grand Est, which is the east of France, with the provinces Alsace, Champagne, Ardennes, Lorraine. They all put it in one. So why did they put the E like this? Eh? They didn't do this with the other letters. So it's one vertical line and 3 horizontal lines. And so the 3 horizontal lines, it says the concept of 3. And together with the other one, there's also the concept of 4. They do this a lot, you know, like accentuating 3 and 4. So it says here square and compass. They all see it. And they talk about Europe. It says in French, l'Europe s'invente chez nous. Europe is being invented with us. Or at us. Here, there's another one here. Why do they put the L? You know, it says triple X. So that's the concept of 3. And the concept of 3 is the it stands for the compass. So they also put the square here, and that's why they put the L in black. So it says square and compass. It's everywhere, people. Really, it's everywhere. Now this one here. Why do they put a red square here? Oh, why? So it says the square. So where's the compass? Must be here somewhere. Oh, I can't see it, but there's a reason, you know. You don't put a square like this. Now here, we already know this one here, Leclerc. It has the L is the square and the circle is the compass, and it has a sun in behind. But they also have a, you know, for the builders, you know, they got this one here, Brico, and it has a sun in the middle. And why there's an opening in this? I suppose it's a little house. Well, otherwise you wouldn't see the square, you know, right side down. You know, it's to accentuate the square. And all around it there's a circle for the compass. Brico, square and compass. Well, this one here, bijou, it means jewelry. It's from also by Leclerc apparently. Has a big M in it for master mason. I see a horizontal line for the horizontal rule. There's a circle because that's them, you know, jewelry. It's the concept of 3. But I don't see a square. But anyway, there's the M for mason. And there's a circle. But anyway, the circle is the concept of 3, which is them. So jewelry, that's, well, it's more for them. It's not really. Well, nowadays people can afford a little something. Yeah, look, the Freemason G. The concept of 3 of the horizontal rule. Concept of 3 is them are masters, and the horizontal rule is their new system. Eh? In blue and white and gold, like the capstone. There's no red. Well, I mean, the concept of 3 is already the red, eh? The old world order, but this is horizontal, but the concept of 3 is red. So that was the place, complete, with the castle, with all the slaves in front of it. Complete. You see why do you think they make a logo with a square and a circle, eh? In the Templars colors, red and white. And maybe the circle is blue, I can't see it from here. So the square is the square and the circle is the compass, and they can all read square and compass. You know, here, stop, Templars colors, octagon, the downward pyramid, like in Auschwitz, red for the political prisoners. It's the pyramid of death, together with the octagon here. It's everywhere. There's an oval. Oval Office. What does it say here? Looks like 2 ovals, like, and me. Yeah, look at this logo.
There are 3 squares, 3 in black, 3 for the concept of 3 for the compass. And the square stands for the square. So it says, or the concept of 4. So it says square and compass. And then there's a 4th square in white, which is, all together, all the squares, is the concept of 4. Or you might also say the 3 black squares together with the circle. Then there are 4 things, which is also the concept of 4, and the circle in itself is the concept of 3. So in more than one way it says square and compass, see. And there's red and white in it for the Templars colors, and everything belongs to them. So it says square and compass to the ones who are initiated. This is a package of a watch, so probably related to Switzerland, because the whole thing looks like a Swiss cross, the same form. Action. Well, it needs action against them. That's what it needs, eh? Guaranteed action. Now look, there's a water bottle from Germany. Look here. You see the squares and the triangles. The square is the concept of 4 and the triangle the concept of 3. And it's in the Templars colors, red and white, or the Pharaonic colors of the White House and the Red House. It says classic. Well, that's classic, ain't it? Yeah, look at this one. Why did they put the 2 squares down there, eh? And the 2 triangles on top? Same thing, people. It's all over, eh? And there's a little arrow. Could say like from the old world order, concept of 3, to the new world order, the concept of 4, eh? No, I'm wrong. The nobility, the concept of 3, and the people, the concept of 4. Excuse me. The old world order and the new world order are the colors. Red, but that's also the nobility, and white for the new world order, and the perhet, classic. Well, that's why it's written in red, or on the red underground, but because classic is the old world order. So here you see these plastic coins to put in a supermarket card. And this is from the supermarket Lidl. And in the middle you see circle, which stands for the compass. Because with a compass you can draw a circle, and around it is a square for the square and compass. So everybody who is initiated, they all read square and compass. And also, like the dot on the eye, it's also, it's a circle here. And the eye itself is like a little square, so even that it says square and circle. And they have put the eye a little bit on its side, so you all look at that, and because it's a bit different, it gets the attention, like that there must be something hidden there. So this is for the supermarket cart, eh? Instead of putting your coins in it, it's like this. It's everywhere. The other side is nothing. And it says square and circle. Square and compass. Of course, everything belongs to our masters. COVID. It's a garbage can. Put the COVID into the garbage can together with all the other lies. It's their first weapon, is the lie.
Zo'n zak hebben een kleine kind nog en alles. Zo'n zakken. So I got this tent from an Israeli friend, Ziv. I showed you some text he wrote. He sent it to me. It's a really nice tent. A snug pack. Thank you, Ziv. Toda. The problem is I had all the time, you know, like the arches were breaking in of my tent. You know, there's so many little pharaohs who want to make a product and sell it to us, and it just isn't good all the time, you know. And I like this one because it's all together, you know, the inner tent, like here, and the outer tent. So you can put it up, everything together. And so if it's raining and you have to put it up, you know, it doesn't get all wet in your tent. So this is an expensive tent, so thanks to my Israeli friend. And so they make a lot of rubbish nowadays, you know, just to sell it, you know, all these little pharaohs, instead of making a good product, they just want to do their businesses, because all the businesses, it all belongs to Pharaoh, to the nobility, and we are their slaves, you know. And this is my old Bergen. If you ever seen a Bergen like this, you know, it's all, everything is broken here, here, and this is good material, you know, so it needs quite a lot, you know, to break it. Well, it's March 2022. I'm here in a sort of a Canadian sort of a hut here, and I have to repair my Bergen. Look at this. I just saw this morning, that, you know, this didn't really bother me very much here and here, but then I saw it's like falling apart here, you know, this here, all this, you know. So what's happening, you know, my these ones here, which is going over my shoulders, they're attached on this one here, and if this all tears off, you know, it will all fall apart. I've got a tremendous weight on it, so I'm sewing it like through here. So I got here, you know, through some fans of my videos, and so I hope I can go on today with making videos for you. So I'm here in France, in Burgundy. Well, it's quite nice, but it's a bit cold and damp, you know. Yeah. So. Nice people though, they're doing like biological veggies, yeah. And I had to shit in here, huh? Well, I didn't, I went into the meadows, like, you know. Well. So here it is again, the logo I've seen on the motorway all the time. You see the 3 bars for the concept of 3, and here is a square. There are 2 times a square, one in blue and one in white. So it says, in the square is the concept of 4. So for all initiated ones, it says the square and compass. And it's like a cube, the whole thing is like a cube. They know exactly what they're doing. And everything belongs to the nobility, people. So this is the French police here, Picole Nationale, stagiaire. The guy was probably 20 years in the police. Now people, this is a joke. Picole Nationale, normally it says Police Nationale in France, and it means Picole, it means a boozer, a wino. So it's a nice joke, I really like that. And here it says too, stagiaire, Picole Nationale. Ouais. À vos ordres, monsieur. Hola, kom. Ja, ja.